to re-emphasize that the United States response to South Africa and President Trump's executive order has nothing to do with solidarity and AfriForum, but everything to do with the reckless domestic, foreign and diplomatic policies of the ANC. Solidarity also wants to reaffirm its commitment to the country. Our members work here and want to stay here, and they are going to stay here. We are committed to build a future here. We are not going anywhere. We are committed to dialogue. However, the ANC leaders has made dialogue difficult by breaching trust when it signed the Bella Act and through the dishonourable way it handled the Netlac agreement on Bella. Kallie Kriel also referred to that. There was no form of loyalty or integrity towards us in that specific process. Solidarity represents ordinary workers. The G20 summit places South Africa in the spotlight. And this could be a major investment opportunity that addresses unemployment, poverty and inequality. Or it could be an investment disaster. The US focus on South Africa will expose the country's reckless domestic policy to the world. The ANC's foreign policy exposes all of us in South Africa. The group most affected by this exposure is workers. The world's largest economy and one of South Africa's biggest trade partners has been alienated by the ANC leaders. And this was not the fault of AfriForum or Solidarity, but of the ANC. For the past 3 years, it has been clear that the Americans are displeased with South Africa's closer ties with countries such as China, Russia, and Iran. South Africa's case against Israel has further contributed to this, and there are numerous other examples. But this is a diplomatic battle between countries. But one consequence of the ANC's foreign policy is that South Africa could be expelled from AGOA. So their diplomatic stance has effects on us and on our members. South Africa currently enjoys extremely favorable trade relations with the US, especially through AGOA. And in 2024, more than 10% of all South African exports went to the USA. Exports worth approximately 156 billion rand were sent to the US, while only 120 billion rand worth of goods and services were imported.
So that we will do, but we have to state categorically, we don't want to move elsewhere. We are not going to ask our children now to move to another country. The fact is, our ancestors worked hard to make sure that we as a people are formed on the southern tip of Africa. We're not going to disrespect that. We also have the interests of future generations in mind. We also have to make sure that our culture is transferred to future generations. And that cannot be done abroad. You cannot, in the long term, or there's a real risk, if you go to another country now, there's a real risk that your grandchildren will not say to you in the morning, "Hello, Opa." They would say something like, "Hi, Granddad," or something in that respect. And that we don't want. That is why we